Hello, this is part 2 of our equations with brackets video, so if you've missed the first part, please go and watch that first. Now, if there is a value in front of a pair of brackets, we can either expand the brackets or we can still stick to SADMIP. So I'm going to show you some examples of both. Let's have a look at this example here. We got a 3 in front of a bracket, we still got b plus 2 inside, equals 12. Now, what we can do is expand the brackets to start with before we even start SADMIP. So, 3 times b is 3b. 3 times positive 2 is going to be 6. And then that equals 12. So, we can expand brackets before we even start just to simplify the problem. And now it's just a normal two-step equation to work out. So, we're then going to take 6 from both sides, which will simplify to 3b equals 6. And now we're going to divide by 3 to finish off the process. And we get b equals 2. Now we can check our answer over here. 3 times 2 plus 2. Well, 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 equals 12. So we must have the right answer. So that's one option you can do. So expanding is a slower process because there's more steps, but it is a little bit safer in terms of all your working out being nice and structured. Okay, let's try the same question again, but from a different angle. We're just going to stick to SADMIP, no expanding brackets. Let's just give it a go. So first of all, is there any subtraction or addition to do outside of the brackets? I can't see any subtraction, I can't see any addition, and there's no fractions involved with this question. So what can I get rid of? Well, I can choose to get rid of that 3. To do that, I will divide by 3. And what we do to one side, we do to the other. 12 divided by 3. So, the 3's cancel out, so we're just left with b plus 2. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So, do we need the brackets anymore? No, we don't need them anymore because there's nothing before or after. So, we can get rid of our brackets and just restart the process. How do we get rid of a plus 2? We take 2 away from both sides. So our final answer is b equals 2. That's what we just had before. We know the answer's right. Now we got the same answer as we did before, which is awesome. Now this method skipped a few steps, okay? Just by dividing by 3 to start with, we got to the answer faster, which is fine. In this case, it worked really well because 12 divided by 3 is a whole number. Now, if this was 13 instead, you could still do this, but you'll start to get weird fractions or decimals in your answer. So maybe expanding brackets would be better if this was a different number that wasn't divisible by 3. But it's completely up to you what method you use. Whatever makes the most sense to you in the moment, I'd stick with that. Alrighty, I've got a problem for you to try here, okay? So we got 2 on the outside, f plus 5 in brackets equals 14. I want you to pause the video, give it a go. We'll see how you work it out. Cool. Hopefully you gave that a go. Now, if you decided to expand, that's perfect. You go for it. You should get the right answer. But I can see, just from this question, that 2 goes into 14. So it would be faster for me to divide both sides by 2. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. That'll cancel out. So f plus 5 equals 7. Now notice I didn't even write the brackets because I know from experience that those brackets aren't going to be there at the end. So once you start practicing this, you can skip a few steps. Now f plus 5 equals 7. So we're going to take 5 away from both sides. F must equal 2. So hopefully if you expanded brackets or you did this method, you would have got the exact same answer. Okay, we've got another question for you to try. Please pause the video and just do whatever method you think makes the most sense. All right, let's work this out. Now, looking at this question, I can see there's a negative 2 at the front and a 7. Now, negative 2 doesn't go nicely into 7, so I'm going to play it safe and just expand the brackets this time. So, I'm going to go negative 2 times b, and I'm also going to go negative 2 times negative 6. So, negative 2 times b is negative 2b. Now, negative 2 times negative 6 is positive 12. So, that's what we're dealing with now. Now, just following the process of SADMIP, I want to get rid of that 12, so I will take 12 from both sides. I'll end up with negative 2b equals negative 5. So now I divide both sides by -2. That'll cancel out. So b is going to be 2.5, or you can write it as 5/2. Now this wasn't a whole number answer. This was a bit gross. That's okay. Math is gross sometimes. Not everything is perfect. So just be aware you will see answers that do not look nice, okay? So get over it now. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, hope you have an awesome day.